What up, man? It's your boy BZ Reacts, man. I'm back at it with y'all with another reaction video, man. This is me reacting to Diablo Immortal, the game that just came out. I believe it's on PC, maybe even mobile. I'm looking at the before you buy on the GamerRanks YouTube page. Shout out to GamerRanks, man. If you have not subscribed to them on YouTube, please do. I love all their reviews. It can be pretty much thorough, whether you like it or not. But before we get started with this, man, if you're new to the channel, man, welcome, man. Make sure you hit that sub button. Make sure you hit that like button because it definitely helps the channel out. And if you would like, hit that share button because the same way you like this content, your peers around you may. So with that being said, I ain't gonna hold y'all up too much further, man. Let's get straight to it.
These niggas is anus, these bitches be brainless. My crew ignoramus, but I don't care cause we famous. You niggas the lamest, get it fucked up Uranus. We went through some changes, that's why we ball like Uranus. So much swag you can't contain us.
Hey, and we're back with another episode of Before You Buy. That show where we give you some straight up gameplay and our first impressions of the latest games releasing. This one, obviously, buy. It's free to download, but we're talking about Diablo Immortal. This is that free-to-play Diablo game that was announced way back. It's available not just on iOS and Android, but also on PC.
Okay, so it is on PC and Android.
Through it, and we have some thoughts. Now, Activision Blizzard has had multiple troubles lately, from an organizational standpoint to a consumer standpoint. Stuff they gotta figure out. They have a lot of making up to do, and I don't know if Diablo Immortal is gonna win any favor, at least with the heart.
Me personally, I don't think that Diablo is going to be that much of a deal breaker to people. I just think it's just a game that they just wanted to allow people. They kind of wanted to. I feel like they wanted to introduce people to the series of Diablo by giving it for free, and not only by putting it on PC but mobile. Because whether people like it or not, bro, or know it or not, mobile gaming is very popular, man. So this can kind of introduce you to the franchise or whatever. This is just my version of it because they've never released a Diablo game free, so maybe this is just introducing people to yeah. But let me go ahead and finish playing it.
Hardcore crowd, I don't know, but the game is fun. If you don't want to touch anything that feels mobile or feels free to play, I don't know if this is gonna win you over though.
Me personally, I'm sorry, I just can't do mobile games, bro. Like, I used to be pressed to play mobile games back in the gap. Me right now, nah, bro. Like, if I do play a game on my phone, it'd probably be something like a Candy Crush type game or something. And even then, I don't even do that. Or like the little Temple Run type games or whatever. But I don't know. Mobile gaming just isn't personally for me. Now, I probably would try this out on the PC. I might even get y'all some content on it. Don't hold me up to it. I will have to download it on my PC. But yeah, just as far as mobile gaming, bro, it just ain't my stage, G.
It's actually, to me, at least after like 14 hours or so adventuring with my character, who I named Large. Yes, you are reading that right. It's a decent mobile-y version of Diablo, which is pretty cool in theory. There's a lot of quality.
If y'all don't know about the Diablo series, bro, like the Diablo series is very fun, bro. Like, I actually was thinking about getting the one that came out on console. It came out a while ago. I think it's on sale now. So I might get it, might not. I don't know though, but it is pretty fun though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Play here, and a lot of fun, but it also has the typical free-to-play stuff, which I definitely will get to. Now, I did play mostly mobile, just so you guys know from this gameplay footage here. Sorry for the weird aspect ratio. I popped on PC, and I'm really glad there's a PC version and account linking and syncing or whatever, but since it was a mobile first thing, I just played it on the go.
It was mobile first, okay.
Fine, and the controls are decent, and the touchscreen controls, I think, are really good and smooth. We've come a long way from the old days of touch controls. It's pretty easy and fun to play.
For real.
And that's the thing, man. Like, it ropes you in with the addictive Diablo gameplay. It almost feels like Intro 101 to Diablo. Like, it may not be, like, insane enough for vets, but it's pretty cool. Now, the free-to-play elements aren't immediately there, and you otherwise get a straight-up, fully featured Diablo game. It has leaderboards, clan support, full playing with others, BattleNet, loot systems, dungeons, instances, raids, large maps.
And all of that sounds cool to me. This is my personal opinion. All that sounds dope. It's just, it's on mobile, bro. Like, I can't do mobile, man.
Yeah, the whole 9 yards. It's fully playable and has everything you'd expect. Tons of content, tons of options, even down to graphics settings on mobile. Accessibility options are
Yeah,
good.
graphic settings on mobile, wow.
It is fun. You pick a class, you create a character with some, limited options, and you set out on the adventure. You have your basic attack, which you can hold down to auto attack, and your abilities are mapped to separate buttons, which you can swap. And as you level up, you earn access to more powerful and new attacks. Combat is satisfying, even if it's simple. The abilities always look.
I'm about to say it looks kind of simple, but you know.
There's specific use cases as far as I can see, and of course, there's just a bunch of loot. Weapons.
Y'all want to know what game I used to love back in the Gap? Let me know if y'all know about this game too back in the Gap. It's called Gauntlet Dark Legacy, bro. I think I played it on PlayStation 2. Gauntlet Dark Legacy, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. If they ever remastered that, G, they won, bro. And I'm only saying it because of the way the stage features on this look. It kind of gives me that Gauntlet Dark Legacy look.
Armor pieces, accessories, gold. It drops often, and it is, of course, rife with opportunities for modifying and upgrading. Enemies die in satisfying fashion and give you that nice pop where they drop loot or gold. But
It actually looks pretty good for a goddamn mobile game, though. I'm not gonna hold you.
Really cool death animations. Like, it's satisfying to kill some enemies. Enemies will like claw at their faces.
Look how it look, y'all. This is mobile.
Some enemies slowly turn to stone. The big bosses sometimes will like cough up blood and take a long time to finally fall down. All of it is really cool.
Bro, you see that monster at the bottom trying to get it? That's dope.
Are you mindlessly sorcering or hacking and slashing your way through environments endlessly? Yeah, but the environments are.
I'm about to say it kind of looks like a hack and slash Diablo.
It doesn't really totally give me the old school feeling, the old school days of playing the original Diablo 2, but it is pretty solid. The story, maybe not so much. Keep in mind though, I'm like a regular Diablo player. I really play them for the gameplay and then move on. I'm not ultra hardcore, so
It looks like a lot of the moves and stuff are very repetitive.
I have cared about it the least here with this game. It feels like it's just throwing a bunch of stuff at you. The part that really bothered me was when it tried to story reason explain a magical rare crest item that I needed to modify my rift for more bonuses, where it really is just a free-to-play element. Like, don't try to think that I'm dumb that you have to give me lore for the monetization, dude. So I guess on that note, we'll talk that stuff. All the main gameplay, the dungeons, the PvP stuff, the raids are free. Other than the occasional obnoxious on-screen element and the battle pass stuff and rewards, it's just a regular old mobile Diablo game that you can play and progress through. And I'll be frank, I keep saying it is fun. And it seems like from my playing and from reports, you can just play casually through and experience the story and the adventure alone or with friends, and that's all well and good.
It looks fairly easy to me, like anybody could just run through this daggone game.
Which, don't bother me personally. An upgraded battle pass, crafting materials, and overly complicated items and currency systems where you get one thing, but then you're going to want to use it to make this other thing to get this other thing. Like I alluded to earlier, the rifts now have like a bit of a randomized loot box feel to them, more so, where you get random rewards, but if you use some crests, you'll make out better. These are also where you'll get the good gems. Like the end game armor reforging stuff requires a lot more material and rare drops from you. And some of it you can technically get with these orbs or engaging in the real world auction house, which just all makes things messy. Look, some folks might not mind this stuff. I might sound like I'm whining, but my eyes just glaze over with this stuff. I just want to play the game. I would have paid $20 to just get a good, simple Diablo mobile, really, without any of this. This stuff is just annoying and overly convoluted, and while it might not totally be pay to win, it's definitely pay to...
I ain't gonna hold y'all, bro. I think I heard of Diablo Immortal. Well, I found out about it. I think I seen a commercial or whatever. I probably could have been high or something like that, but I think I heard Snoop Dogg on it or something. So, let me see. Diablo Immortal Snoop Dogg. I think I had. Okay, so Snoop Dogg has played. I think so. I don't know, but yeah, I think that's how I found out about it. I was like, what? I got a new Diablo out, and I thought it was on, console and stuff. But hey,
Something, and again, it's not that bad for the main game, but it seems like it's more of a thing for end game, and it doesn't sound necessarily fun, just a grind machine. You can go far without spending anything, but when part of the game's design just revolves around this stuff, it's still just a turnoff for me personally. And I want to be clear, it's still early, and as more and more players make their way to the end game and get deep into the end game, that's where it's going to show how bad the monetization truly is. Some people had issues with Genshin Impact monetization that only got bad after you dumped over like 100 hours into it. We don't really know how bad Diablo Immortal can be yet, and I want to be upfront with that. For me personally, if there's even a faint smell of me playing a game for 80 hours, and then it's like, oh, after that, maybe the monetization will be not that bad, or maybe it will be bad. Either way, the fact that I possibly could hit some sort of wall where I would be pushed more to spend money on unnecessary...
I just can't see myself putting 80 hours into a mobile game.
I just lose interest. The other thing they do need to figure out is the account stuff. It seems like right now, right after launch, if you do buy into stuff like cosmetics or Battle Pass rewards, that stuff is locked to your single character or your server. It is not account-wide, which seems like not a very good decision. I'm not putting any money into this, but even if I did, I would want that on my account-wise. It's
Facts.
the least they can do. And it's all a shame, because like I said, I think there's actually a good, clean, fun Diablo game here. If you download it for free, and you put 10 hours into it, and you have a good time, I guess that's not the worst thing in the world.
Right, because it's free.
The rest of the hardcore? No, but it's not for babies either. I've had a lot of fun looting and killing and just doing it on the go and then back at home on my PC. It's been nice, straight up. Gameplay, graphics, presentation, they did a good job. There's game-making skill here and a healthy budget. It's the real deal. I just can't help but be a little skeptical of the free-to-play stuff. Every player is different. Millions upon millions of people do play this stuff, and they don't care, so it might not bother them, it might not bother you, but that's just me. The rest of the game is pretty darn good. I love the enemies, I love the classes, I love the streamlined gameplay and menus, I like the depth of options, the environments, the spooky creatures, the sound.
I guess there's not much you can do, like, or really put into like a mobile game, like with a legit story mode and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm guessing my expectations for mobile games are too high because it's not like it's a console or something. Overall, I'm not throwing shade or nothing. It doesn't look... I wouldn't play it personally, only from the simple fact that I don't play mobile games. But if I was into mobile games, I probably would play this. I just can't be on my phone all day, bro. It's just me personally. But it looks like a fun game. It just looks kind of repetitive or whatever. But what more do you expect out of a mobile game?
Expansive city hub, even the community interactions. The core game does have a lot going for it. I'm just curious to see how it goes long term and really, ultimately...
Looks really good for a mobile game, though.
Either way, we figured you guys were curious. We wanted to give you some info, just how we were feeling, and just some gameplay so you can see it running and kind of judge for yourself. That's a before you buy. That's the ending catchphrase, right? I give you some pros, some cons, and some personal opinions. So now I want to hear yours down in the comments. I've talked to all types of people who are really digging it casually, and some people who don't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole just because of sticking to their principles with monetization and stuff like that. So there could be a lot of good conversation here. I just ask for it all to be civil. And I do really want to know what you think either way. If you're playing it, how you're feeling, what class you're rolling with. Have you been playing with friends? How's that been going? I've really only tested it here and there, but I want to know what the deal is. And if you aren't even touching this thing, I would definitely like to know what they would have to do for you to jump in, or really just let's talk about something else, like what you're looking for.
For me personally, just answering his question, for me personally, I don't think that there's anything that anybody can do to get me to play it because it's a mobile game. I'm sorry, I'm not into mobile games personally. Now, as far as for PC, if it's the same exact way on PC like this, then I don't know. I probably still wouldn't do it because you're talking about the story mode. It probably, like, how can I say this? You're talking about the story mode on how it's not really that good. they didn't really put a lot into it. And then if it's just like hack and slash and really repetitive, that's just not something that I would want to play on a console or PC, personally. That's just for me to y'all. But yeah.
How we're doing with Diablo 4. Let's talk about anything Diablo Immortal down in the comments. We definitely want to hear from you, and hopefully this video helped you out, maybe informed you a little bit. Clicking the like button's all you got to do. It very much helps us out, and we would appreciate that. But also, if you're new, consider subscribing, man, because we put out videos every single day. But as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Alrighty, before I go ahead and continue, let me go ahead and hit that like button. I'm already subscribed with notifications on. As you can see, let me go ahead and comment. Dope video. There we go. Alrighty, and there you have it. As always, I appreciate y'all for vibing with me, man. Again, if you're new to the channel, man, make sure you hit that sub button, hit that like button, and hit that share button, because the same way that you enjoy this content, your peers around you might. That's just my personal opinion on Diablo Immortal overall. Overall, for a mobile game and the way it looks, out of 10, I probably would give it like an 8 out of 10, personally. But like I said, I'm just not into mobile games, so you won't really catch me playing it. And then if I was to even attempt to play it on PC, I probably wouldn't even have that much fun, because if it's just like it is on mobile, it just looks too repetitive. And I'm a story mode person, so if the story mode is not hitting, I'm not going to put more than 10-20 hours in it. Like, you will real live have to catch me within the first 5 hours of playing the game to see if I'm going to invest some time in it. That's just my personal opinion. But as always, it's your boy Beezy Reacts, man. I'm out.
These niggas is anus. These bitches be brainless. My crew ignoramus, but I don't care cause we famous. You niggas the lamest. Get it fucked up Uranus. We went through some changes, that's why we ball like arenas. So much swag you can't contain us.